What's happening, everybody? And welcome back. It's me, the resident supervillain, Mr. J. And I wanted to welcome you here to the special set of interviews, a part of the roundtable I was able to conduct with the cast of Black Lightning back in October on the set in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I put up a couple of interviews, those with Cress Williams and Marvin Crondon Jones III. Well, these are the rest of the cast members. Now, here's the thing with these interviews. When we conducted these, it only shown up to episode 3. Now that the season is over, I wanted to give you guys the rest of them so you could have it along with some of your Black Lightning fix. Now, I want you to see if the cast answers to a lot of the questions match up to what we saw throughout the season. Either way it goes, I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy, and check it out and get lit, y'all.
Hero, he was black. He said, "This is for the street. Black Lightning's back."
How does it feel to be the bad guy? You were such the good guy for the first couple of seasons.
I know, man. It's so bad, man. I miss it. It's so hard, just playing the bad guy, having to beat everybody up and kill everyone, being so strong, having some part of abs and then showing that off, but first getting the baby oil put on. It's so hard,
Y'all asking me.
I'm having so much there, but oh my god, you already know. I mean, come on now, like, is this work? What a blessing. Yes, it's a blast, man. It's a blast. I get to train with the stunts, Danny Boyer, David Kong, Eric Amanda, Cassie, Deandra. Shout out to my stunt double, Nick Pelikai. And just even the guys you guys, the episode where I'm fighting all of them. So many of the different guys when we were doing the ASA training. We did that in I think we had 2 hours to film that, and we went through 10 different martial arts. But we had been training and just working on it, and we knocked out. I was so proud of the guys, man. So proud. We all ended up getting drinks afterwards over at Bar Taco. Shout out to them.
I'm man, I haven't been to Bar Taco in years.
Right?
Shout out to the baby oil.
There you go, baby oil. Yes, all of it, to CGI, all of that. Because you guys, my stomach, wow, it's big, So CGI is real. I'm glad to know the money went there. Stop rolling your eyes.
Now, what was the reaction when you read the script and realized that you had to kill your mama, though?
Right. Okay, so that was hard. That definitely, when I read that, I realized, so that's where we're going this season. That for me was that was the nail in the coffin of Khalil for me, especially with no emotion. And when I read that, immediately you're thinking all right, well, how do I play this? Do I do I do the Denzel Washington tear to come through? Or do I, and we had a few takes that we did a different way, but then I talked with Oz and we were really just thinking about no, if we're gonna lean into letting Painkiller be Painkiller, we have to bury Khalil. So a lot of the stuff that is imperative for who Painkiller is making sure that whenever it comes to death or killing, there's no emotion. The only emotion that you may see is enjoyment.
And poetry.
And that was what I was going to bring up. There's a level of enjoyment now you see in Painkiller every time he has to do something that involves violence. Yeah. Even when he was talking to the computer and quoting Pol Pot.
Yes, it's when you actually do your research on that, man. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's you have to be a level of sadistic in order to find enjoyment in what he did and to understand it, too. It's also like a Thanos, if we're just that, they have a cause for what they're doing, but they enjoyed it on top of that. That's where the fear kind of comes into, because it's okay, so you enjoy. It's not only are you doing this, you have a mission, but you have a level of enjoyment, and you don't want to play it too far because you don't want to seem too caricature-y or character-y. But you do want to have that in there so it does give a flash of color of how you're playing this character. But it's when killing Nichelle, that was the nail in the coffin where it's like, that's where the season's going. All right, cool. So now I know where my start is. Where am I going to end it? And you guys got to stay tuned to find out.
Yeah, so I'm actually really looking forward to something that I would really like to see is now that Jennifer has come into a whole new realm of powers for herself, right? And Painkiller is at a whole new level. I actually really want to see a face-off between the two of them. Like,
I want to just first of all say shout out to Adam Giadrone and Mary Lou for that episode 304. And how they showed her powers.
Right.
In the air, in the atmosphere.
And the reason why is because they've tracked how she's been dealing with this for so long, with the pain, with not being able to express it. And I mean, China did a great job when you see that moment after she's reached gotten past the atmosphere and she's in space, and you see that joy, that happiness, but then also that tear and realization. Because this thing it's been a pain. It's been literally hurting her. And she now has found somebody that is understanding her and helps her to deal with this pain. Now, we all know Agent Odell ain't right.
I mean, like,
that man.
This is all for his personal gain.
He's killing it.
Right.
But I just, have to give a huge shout out to them because they're, oh my gosh, they nailed it. The whole crew, the whole family out here nailed it, and it was beautiful.
But I want to see them face off.
Yes.
So listen, I would like for you to keep your job, but I also think that, she
because this is Black Lightning. So it's not Painkiller. So if you set me up, I did kill Black Lightning in season 1.
But however, with that, like there is this group called the Outsiders.
It is a very large group.
You know I'm here for.
We don't know. You don't know where Grace came from. In the comics, she was an outsider.
She's an outsider.
So.
And then there's this whole big Markovian threat. Now, granted, you know
with Markovian, though,
you know already.
I always got to shout out to Tara with Markovia. Come on.
Yes.
That's some craziness. But we'll see. I don't know.
What?
Wait, you don't know? He said somebody. We were like, there's no question.
Tara's a prominent character in the Outsiders. She's a very prominent character in the Outsiders, and so for him to say we don't know if she'll show up. Now,
and you don't know the direction that Painkiller's going in, is what I'm hearing.
Outsiders.
No, when you guys say outsiders, when you say outsiders, I'm here for it. If they ever want to do anything else, I'm here for it. Like this, I love Khalil Painkiller. I could play this role for the rest of my life. Y'all heard it from me, so if I end up killed off or anything, it's not my fault. I want to play this guy. I like doing stunts.
And you don't know if you and Jennifer are going to face off and she murders you.
Well, I don't know if I want that heat, because she goes to space.
Do you think that would be the thing, though, that would take Khalil? Because remember, you find out now that Khalil has a brain chip in him. It's the reason why he's being controlled by Odell. Could Jennifer be that short circuit to that brain chip?
That emotional flip.
That emotional flip.
Yeah, but then he's got to remember he killed his mom.
But see, that's the thing, too. It's like, that could be great. That could definitely work because of her powers. But, and you said Khalil. I'm staying Painkiller.
Yeah.
Because I specifically wanted to play when I killed my mom, when no emotion is.
Yeah, that's no Khalil. Yeah.
So but the reason why I say that is because I don't know if it could be Jen. She could be enough to bring me back. I mean, it just. Yeah, I guess they got to destroy that chip. But I feel like that chip it's important to me though too, probably keeping me alive.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's got your spine, it's got everything.
Yeah.
And so if she did get rid of it, then you can't walk and you gotta remember you killed your mama. Then we're in Alita Battle Angel. This is a different movie.
Oh man. So let's do the franchise.
Let's say the Painkiller franchise. Hey. So one of the things that we've been asking, and namely my colleagues have been asking about the political and real world implications of this season. The kids in cages. Now your character hasn't seen it yet directly, but you've read the script. How does that affect you?
Well, I feel like I feel. Are you saying how does it affect Painkiller, or how does
how does it affect Jordan?
I'm glad that we're doing that. I mean, that's one of the things that Celine has always wanted and strived for. You know, we're taking social topics and we're addressing them. The ones that are seen, the ones that aren't seen, and I also love that we educate people as well. You know, example Pol Pot. You know, like just those different nuggets. It's just showing the brilliance of intelligent writing. And we're using, like I said, these social topics, such as the kids in cages, and we give it a different color, a different paint with metas in these cages. You know, the other thing too is also the virus that's been going around too as well. You know, and that's just showing you different things. I mean, there's so many, but the other thing as well is you have ASA versus Markovian. And we're seeing like, okay, the ASA, they're trying to do the good thing because Markovians, they're pretty terrible. And we see how Agent Odell has now like in sort of he has manipulated China's character, Jennifer, you know? And we saw how Jennifer would always speak up, and she's like, she's acting out of character right now. She's allowing this guy to manipulate her, you know? But that also is showing how kids need to be educated, how they need to know what's going on. And I think, like, for myself, like, seeing this on TV, showing people, it might be a little bit hard for people at late night, but it's actual stuff that's going on. And we're also still giving you the entertaining aspect, but we're still continuing the conversation, you know? And it's not just for mere enjoyment or entertainment. No, it's also like, what would you do? You know, good storytelling, as I was told back in college, you know, it's the philosophers of the time, Plato, Aristotle, Socrates. Their main point at asking questions to the city-states, to the polis, was to cause a catharsis within the audience, meaning to cause them to ask questions and seek and figure out solutions that would better help the city-states, better help themselves. So in a sense, it's a responsibility that we all have. With what we're doing with the show, I feel like that's kind of the thing that we push as well, is causing catharsis within the audience. But we're also doing it from a superhero aspect.
And there's baby oil.
You just had to go with the baby oil.
If she didn't, you would have, so stop acting.
There's baby oil.
You would have.
Okay,
I'm trying to get sponsored, okay? Come
You want a baby oil?
Yes. Johnson & Johnson.
Oh my God. So what is it like working with Bill Duke?
And Christopher B. Duncan.
Oh, man. Okay, so I haven't worked with Chris yet, but I did talk to him. He's great. I would love to have a fight with him. I mean, his character is dope. But Bill Duke, I mean, I'm like in a master's class every time I get to share the room with him. I mean, I'm just grateful that he'll like share like, you know, a little bit of that spotlight. I mean, it was so much fun doing that workout scene with him. We have more scenes that are coming up. I mean, the guy, he's just, you know, he's a class act. You know, one of our camera operators, nothing against him, but his steady arm, it was clicking a little bit when it was coverage on me. And me, I'm just going to stay in the scene and do it. But, you know, I love Bill because he was just like, you know, I'm sorry. Hey, you know, can you fix that? We're going to cut. You fix that for him. It's like, yeah, that's the type of guy he is. I mean, like, he's just, oh, my goodness. And fun fact is, he's known, like, my family, my dad, and numerous other people that my dad's worked with because he's a DP. But he's worked with him years and years ago, and they all would play Bid Whist, and so if anybody wants to play Bid Whist, you know, catch that real quick.
I feel like you okay. You don't want the smoke. You don't want the smoke. You don't want the smoke.
Wow.
Really?
We'll talk about this later.
Is Bill in?
Oh, no, have you played with him?
No, I haven't, but I've heard stories. But we've been trying to. I've been, you know, I send anybody to Boston.
Oh
goodness.
Let's finish this interview first. We talk about all this whooping you'll get afterwards.
Speaking of, last question.
Okay, what anime are you watching right now?
Oh my gosh, I just finished Dororo before I even got here. Now I'm on Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga. I'm doing, what other ones are coming up that I want to check out? Oh, King and Ashura. The second season just came out.
Have you seen you've watched Demon Slayer?
Of course.
Okay, just
that
check.
is like
Isn't that amazing?
Hunter x Hunter and then Demon Slayer.
Okay.
The only reason why I hold on to it is because it's in Code Geass dropped down a little bit. Just
a
to
little.
third.
Just-
I mean,
Until the live action
Demon
movie comes
Slayer
out.
is so
Look at your face. No, I don't know if it's happening or not. I'm saying if there
Let's
is,
just go back to because I even want Dead Man Wonderland back too.
That'd be
you know?
amazing.
Bleach,
yes.
I can go on with anime. Come on, man. Like, did you see what I posted up on IG today?
That's what
Hey, you remember when they said Naruto Shippuden, and then the movie tried to give him, it was Boruto? I was like,
Yeah.
that is so accurate. That is so
No,
accurate.
I'm not.
No. Nothing against him. Nothing against, but anyway, that was the last question.
Yes.
Keep going.
All right, I'll give you one more.
All right.
That's why I did it. Go ahead. Yeah.
So you let me get my nerd out. Hey.
Since we've effectively, put Khalil in the coffin, does that mean, we're not going to see him and Jen in that way anymore? Or
Yeah.
do you think that's going to come back?
No, I think that's a great question. I think, being a part of a world and a universe where, in the DC universe, which is beautiful about it, there's always been this thing called the Lazarus Pit. So I just like to throw that out there.
I mean, we've seen
I see.
We've seen a lot come back time and time again. So,
But they might just want me to stay dead. You never know.
There's this big one world thing about to happen.
Crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Infinite.
On Earths that comes down to one Earth at the end of everything.
At the end of everything.
When it's all said and done.
Hallelujah.
Tell it.
Ooh.
So, Jesus. All right, this.
I'm done with you. I'm done.
But there's going to be, there's potential for him to be reborn.
There's potential for all the characters to be reborn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we find new things out.
We do find new things out, outlaws.
Outsiders.
Well, yes, outsiders. I'm so sorry. My bad.
Well,
Outsiders. Can I get a pass?
no, not for me.
You get a pass.
I get one pass. That's all you need. Thank you. I'll make it up to you when I send you to Boston. First class trip.
First class.
We can record that too.
Don't you got to take him to another room?
So much, Jordan.